All right, first question is for Sam Shannon. Sam?
Hey, Emmanuel, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. How well do you feel you're grasping the intricacies of the Saints offense so far?
I think I think it's coming along. It's day by day. In missing OTAs, I kind of wish we had those, but so does every team in the NFL. So right now it's kind of trying to understand, but I think CJ and RC, my receiver coaches, are doing a great job explaining it to me, and I think that the schedule that the Saints have set up to get me acclimated with it as well has been good. We've been having walkthroughs in the afternoon, which has been really good. To get that timing down, even though it's not full speed, to even run through those routes. And then in the mornings the following day, Drew will come in and sit in the meetings and tell me, or tell us what he's thinking, and whole 9 yards. So it's been really good, and it's coming along. I'm trying to work in two positions. So hopefully I can. The more I know, and the more positions I can play, the better that I can perform. And so I'm trying to grasp the entire thing.
Next question is from Luke Johnson. Luke?
Emmanuel, Drew said he flew out to Denver to get some work in with you this offseason. How important was that, even if it's just for a couple days?
Well, it was good. It was really good for me. I think just sometimes a lot of people they talk about the X's and O's, but moving to a whole new city and you don't know any guys on the team, so when Drew came out, it kind of made me feel good to know at least, when I show up to the locker room, I already have gotten acclimated with him. We spent 2 days together, went to Tropical Smoothie, and had lunch and got to chop it up and get to know each other, and so that was really good as well, because sometimes on the field that's gonna work itself out, but the off the field is pretty cool to be able to get to know a guy and know what he's about, with his family and everything. So that was important.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but just out of curiosity, was that like a more of like a get to know you sort of thing, or did you guys do some work?
We were working. We worked for 2 days as well. So we were out there throwing routes, and I ended up bringing Benny Fowler along, and Drew ended up liking Benny, the way that he ran routes, and just a big receiver, and so now he's at camp with me as well, and so that's pretty cool as well.
Next question is from Amy Just.
Sorry,
Amy?
Look at that camera.
On that note, anytime, pandemic or not, it takes a little while to get adjusted, to your new team, your new facility, that type of stuff. How has, being or having to take all these protocols and, not being able to be close to people affected how you're getting integrated with the team, if at all?
I think everybody's trying to keep their distance, but at the end of the day, everybody's also, we're trying to work and we're trying to get better, and so, we're trying to stay true to the protocols. Obviously, we're wearing these bands around our wrists, and it pretty much lets you know when you're 6 feet, when you're not 6 feet apart from someone, and the whole 9 yards, and so. The mask, and everybody's wearing masks, and everybody's trying to stay safe, and we take the COVID test every morning, so. That makes everybody feel good to know that, you're getting tested every morning, and that you can walk around safe in a facility. And I think Sean Payton and those guys, they've got us up at the lows in which they've created a safe environment there as well, kind of created not a mandatory bubble, but a bubble for the guys who want to be a part of it. And so, I'm staying at the lows right now as well. So I think the whole process has been good. It's been smooth, and truthfully, one thing about, football players in general, we go through so much, from the injuries, from, being traded mid-season, to just everything that we, sometimes we're the best at midstream and adjusting. So we're doing our best, and, I don't see it getting on anyone's nerves. And truthfully, we're just all here trying to win.
Next question is from Sean Fazand.
Hey, Emmanuel, I know it's early, but what stands out about this Saints offense that's maybe different than some of the other offenses you've been in?
I think it's Drew, and Drew work. I love it. Like, that guy, he goes to work every day he's coming to work with energy. Like nobody's gonna outwork him. He's the hardest working guy, and he reminds me a lot of Peyton, and it's the reason why those guys are great because they work their butt off, and it's not just from a physical standpoint, from a mental standpoint as well. They're sharp and on their toes about everything and making sure that everybody's in the right place, and so it's been clicking on all cylinders. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm trying to still get acclimated with the playbook. This is, I think, 5th day in the playbook, so I'm still trying to get acclimated with it and still trying to know where I'm supposed to be and how they want me to run the route and also add my flavor to it. But that's gonna come. We still got, I think, almost a month or so. I'm gonna be digging in it. Hopefully, and within like the next 2 weeks, I'll know it and we'll be rocking and rolling on a high level because I definitely want to get there before the start of the season.
Next question from Amos Morrell. Amos?
Yeah, so quick question. Did you get 10% when Benny Fowler signed with the team?
Nah, that's all love. That's all GP off good people, man. He good people.
Well, what I wanted to ask you is when you signed, you mentioned being eager to work with Michael Thomas and just because of all the attention he gets. Just what have been your impressions of him? And I know obviously the work has been limited, but
Mike is the best receiver in the league, hands down. I've been fortunate enough to play with, Demaryius Thomas, Antonio Brown, and man, this guy comes to work every single day. The way he's able to create separation just from a press release from everything. And I told him this. I said, I've been watching film on you for a couple of years, and I didn't realize how big he was until I got here. And he's a physical specimen as well. And we're watching film, and I'm learning the playbook through watching him run routes. And I'm impressed almost every day just by the plays that he make, and not only that, it's the way that he just shoved guys off of him as well. So, I definitely think like him and Julio is up there for the best receivers in the league for sure. Just seeing what these guys can do.
Next question from Catherine Terrell. Kat?
Hey, Emmanuel. Coach Curry, when he talked to us earlier in the summer, said you kind of have to go back to your Denver days with Peyton Manning as far as what their vision for you was. And I know it's early, but how have you seen some of those similarities already show up as far as how they intend to use you?
Well, I think right now the coaches only seen me run routes 2 times, so we haven't started even game planning and putting me in different places. I think right now they're just trying to get a feel for me. Yeah, they can watch the tape in 14 and see how they can use me. But at the end of the day, I think that right now they just want me to grasp the playbook at a specific position before they start moving me around and making my head swim. Because it's a lot of information that I gotta get, and so it's all gonna be a process. But hopefully, when it's all said and done, I want to be working in the slot a little bit and on the outside as well. And so that's what I'm trying to get to.
Is it kind of funny to hear that? Like, oh, they want to use me like they used me in Denver, and then you realize, oh wait, that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, well, I think they're basing it off just the offense in general. That offense was a pass-happy offense in which, I put up, big-time numbers because it was a passing offense. So I think that, the previous offenses that I've been in the past, 4 years, is more predicated on the run and the pass. And so 14 was probably the only pass-happy offense I've been in. So I think that's what they were pretty much saying. And I played a lot in the slot, in that offense as well.
Okay, next question is from Mike Triplett. Mike?
Amos stole my question about Michael Thomas, so I'll ask another Benny Fowler follow-up. I'm just curious, were you guys were just close from the time you were teammates in Denver, or it's because he still lives there? Or
no. So Benny's been my boy for ever since he came into the Broncos locker room. I took him under my wing, and he became my workout buddy. So every Tuesday we'll have days off. Me and Benny will meet up at the Broncos facility and throw passes for an hour and work on our game and work on different mentalities, how to attack guys. And so it's pretty cool that, the fact that, I was still in Denver and he left and went and played with the Giants, and, he was still living in Denver. So we were working out together, still doing our normal routine. And then Drew comes in and Drew says that, you know, like if I could bring another guy, that'd be good because he wanted to get some extra work as well. And so I told Benny, who was a free agent, and so it just worked out that way, which is pretty cool because now, you know, after every practice, me and him been staying after just like we were in Denver and working on our game and catching passes. So it's been cool.
Who's faster?
Me and Benny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I weigh 180, so I better be faster. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Next question is from Jeff Duncan. Jeff?
Emmanuel, I'm sure you've seen Drew Brees, watched his game, but I know you had just a couple of days with him. But what were your impressions of him as a passer? You know, he said he worked a lot this offseason on his arm strength. I'm just curious if you.
Yeah, his arm strength is there. His arm strength is there. We ran routes the past 2 days, and Drew wants to end with a post ball every single time. And I mean, I'm running full out fast as I can, and he's putting it out there on the money. And so his arm strength is there. I mean, Drew doesn't look like he's 41. I'm just gonna put it that way. I mean, the way that this guy works and the way that his arms look, the only thing that looks 45, 41 in his mind, and that's a beautiful thing. And so, you know, I'm looking forward to playing with him because I see how he works. I see how he go about his business, and I want to get a Super Bowl with that guy, and so. I want to play for that guy and give him all for guys like Drew Brees by the way that, you know, he goes about his business and how he handles people.
How big a factor was Drew Brees just in your decision in coming to New Orleans?
Yeah, I think it was a big decision. I think it was a passing offense. I think you know, being close to home. You know, I'm from Texas, and so being 5 hours away, that was a blessing to be close to my grandma, so she didn't have to get on the flight. She could literally drive up and spend like a month or two with me if she wanted to, and you know, and being in a Superdome, obviously, I hope that, you know, we'd be able to get fans in there because last year when I was with the Niners playing in the dome, it was sweet being able to play on that turf in the dome and the crowd going crazy. And you know, I want that whole experience. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it, but that's why I came. And I came here because I want to win. And this is a winning organization, and I also want to win another Super Bowl. And I feel like this is the place that can make it happen.
Next question is from Luke Johnson. Luke?
You know, kind of related on that note, what was the Saints free agency pitch like? I mean, I imagine that going through that process this year was maybe a little bit different than previously, just without having the person-to-person interaction. So what was that like for you?
It really wasn't a pitch. It was more me. My agent reaching out to them saying that I wanted to come. I had a couple offers from different teams, but I didn't want to go to those teams. And so, you know, I knew where I wanted to go. It was either here or back to San Francisco. And really, I wanted to come here to play in a pass happy offense. And so, you know, my agent reached out, and they you know, Mickey got involved and started playing with the numbers, and we made it happen. And so, you know, I was excited about the whole process of it. And now that I got out here, you know, I didn't know too much about New Orleans, the city, and, you know, being in Denver, but getting out here and seeing, you know, the environment and the city, man, this is a pretty cool place to live. And, you know, I've been enjoying my time out here.
Next question is from Rod Walker. Rod?
Hey, Emmanuel, you've played with Ben, Peyton, and now Drew. How are those guys similar, and what are some things you've noticed as different between the three?
No, I just focus on the similar because then an article will get written up. Emmanuel's at it. But all of them are winners, man. All of them are special guys. We want to talk. We talk about first ballot Hall of Fame quarterbacks. So they all got the same mentality, man. They want to put up points. They want to throw the ball. They want to sling it. They want you to be in the right spot at the right time for them to get the ball off. And they all put the ball on the money, and they all throw catchable passes. And so, you know, I'm just happy to be with another quarterback like that. And
speaking of quarterbacks, what are you sort of saying in Jameis and Taysom Hill?
Yeah.
So far?
Yeah. I haven't been going with those guys because in the walkthrough we split up ones and twos. But, you know, James, man, he works his butt off, and Taysom works his butt off. That's what I've been seeing him in the weight room and seeing him on the field.
Next question is for Nick Underhill. Nick?
Do you think playing with like a ton of different quarterbacks in Denver and, just throughout your career has made it easier for you to build chemistry when you get with a new guy?
I think just being in the league so long I think that building chemistry is all about, the work ethic of both of the guys, right? And so, Drew has an extraordinary work ethic, and I think my work ethic is up there as well. Like, I want to get it right. I don't care if we're running a goal ball and he overthrows me. I'm running back and I'm jogging back and I'm getting another goal ball. If we overthrow them, I'm going until we complete it, and that's the mindset. And I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do because I love winning, and I know what's at stake here. I know that this is a Super Bowl or bust season. We got all the pieces to do something special, and so why not us? And so that's my mentality every time I wake up and come to work and ready to go. Like I know that it's gonna come a time, hopefully. When the season comes about, it's going to be make or break. And all we're going to have is the hard work that we put in to really rely on and the team chemistry that we built.
Next question is for Amos Morale. Amos?
Emmanuel, you mentioned your grandma being close. I remember you saying when you signed that she was really excited about you joining the Saints. Has she hit you up for some free gear yet?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I need to send her some gear though. But, she's got a restaurant that she's been working on. It's called Sanders Kitchen out in my hometown, and so she's been busy with that as of lately. But I'm gonna get out here and get her in some Saints gear. I'm sure she already ordered some, knowing her.
Next question is for Amy Just. Amy?
Yeah, lighthearted question here. Number 17 was already taken by a young guy here, Emmanuel Butler. Did he take much convincing to let you have that?
I didn't even really talk to him. I told the Saints that I wanted to be 17, and then I was just 17. But man, Emmanuel, that guy, man, he comes to work every day, and he has a laid back, chill personality. But we're all trying to work to grasp the playbook. So sometimes I lean on those guys to ask those guys questions because they've been here 1 to 2 years, and so it's been cool just to be around the group.
Thanks.
Okay, I think we're all set. Emmanuel, thanks for joining us, and good to see you.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.